Cancer, a very warm welcome. My name is Drew. This is Modern Tarot. This is a reading for the last couple of weeks of June. They're a little bit late getting out there, guys. Apologies. I've just been so busy with personal clients, so excuse me. Those of you who are new here, welcome, and those of you returning, welcome back. So Cancer, what's going to be happening throughout the month, the last couple of weeks of this month, all right, the month of June 2025? I know that some of you were, in the process of letting go. Some of you started to see the truth around people, their agendas, these kind of things. And it was hard for you to let go and to move on and to get the strength to do that, a lot of you. Cancer. All right, look, the undercurrent of this reading is forward movement. Some of you might be thinking of traveling, okay? We're in the month of June, all right? So maybe summer vacations, these kind of things, all right? But the Chariot, okay? It really is a card of moving forward, traveling, things going in a direction. You're in charge of your Chariot, Cancer. The center of the reading, Page of Wands in reverse. Some of you, you might not be wanting a new start in some kind of situation. It could be work, love, life, right? Page of Wands in reverse. This is, the Page of Wands, it's let's go for it. Don't know where we're going, but let's go. Optimism, It's a bit naive, it's a bit young, this energy. But it can also be a new start, So we could have been in situations which are highly committed, and then we've taken a break and these kind of things, and then the Page of Wands would pop up as a brand new start. As the center of the reading, I don't think you're really... Something is not going ahead, okay? All right, and the challenge is Temperance in reverse, because it was imbalanced. There was an imbalance there, Cancer, whatever this might be, work, love, life, right? It was a challenge. Something was imbalanced. Why? We've got the Four of Wands in reverse. This is instability. It's a relationship card, the Four of Wands. It really is about, getting together with someone, making forward plans of, moving in, taking it to the next level. The Four of Wands is a beautiful, beautiful card. In reverse, it's like, instability. I can't build with this. I don't want a brand new start in something which is there's an imbalance, I think, and it's causing instability. Recent past, Cancer, we've got the Queen of Wands in reverse. This is a lack of taking action. Some of you might have, your confidence might have been knocked a little bit in the recent past, Cancer. So be patient with yourselves. Queen of Wands in reverse, for my male viewers, this could have been a little bit of a player that you were dealing with here. And there's no new start. It was imbalanced. And it just threw you a little bit off, okay? All right, your focus is the Two of Cups, Cancer. You are looking for, I don't want to sound, trite here, but you're looking for this. This is your focus. Two of Cups, this beautiful combination of masculine, feminine energy where they come together. Their cups are at the same height. No one's above, no one's below, no one's behind, no one's in front. It really is a partnership. But, a soulful partnership. And this is your focus, Cancer. Okay, what you don't see coming towards you, we've got the Three of Pentacles in reverse. I'm just wondering whether some of you guys, it might have been a challenge to get a new start with someone that was imbalanced. It was unstable. Somebody... Just for some, okay, it's not a personal reading. Some might be, saying that, I'm looking to leave a situation at the moment. I want to be with you, Cancer. What you don't see coming towards you, Three of Pentacles in reverse can talk about three people. It can also talk about a lack of collaboration, okay? Your energetic field, you don't want the drama. You don't want fights. You don't want conflicts, Cancer. This is your energetic field. It seems to me that you're choosing this. And this is in love, life, work. This is soul families. This is like, you just feel at peace when you're working with these people. You feel authentic. You can be authentically you when you're socializing with these kind of people. And in love, it's easy breezy. All right. Yeah, of course, we always have ups and downs. You would agree, Cancer. But this is your focus. You don't want any drama or conflicts, Love just is might be your mantra. Outside influences, the Empress in reverse. Okay. For some of you guys, for my female viewers, you don't want children. It might have been a factor in a certain situation. Okay, maybe that situation or that conversation may have come up. But if it's not talking about that, remember it's not a personal reading. It's for the general public. But outside influences, I really think, you started to see that somebody wasn't the one. It wasn't your Two of Cups. You might have thought it was Cancer, but it just left you feeling unstable, instable. Um, and it might have been someone that you now consider to be a little bit of a player. Okay, you're fearing Ace of Wands in reverse. It's a fear of yours. Will I ever get my zest for life back? Will I ever find this passion again in my life, Just for some of you. But you will, Cancer, because your focus is on the right thing. Out comes Six of Pentacles in reverse. Those of you that are hanging on to situations where there's an imbalance, it looks like June it's going to be more of the same. It's a lack of reciprocity here, Cancer. Okay, so just a heads up on that. We've got the Six of Pentacles in reverse, and then we've got the Three of Pentacles. There might be somebody around Cancerian people in work, love, life, right? That, yeah, I want to work with you. I want to be with you, Cancer, but it's on their terms. Is that making sense? So your focus is this. Cancer, it's keep your focus on that. And I did a reading, and I swear by that reading, and I've seen it play out in a lot of personal clients' lives. I did it about 4 months ago, and it was all about your next relationship, Cancer. Once you let go of any forms of codependency, any forms of illusions, the falling in love with the idea of being in love and all these kind of things, there is that Two of Cups coming your way, and it's once you've healed, childhood wounds, and you don't really ended codependency. Not that we ever do. We will still have little bits of residue there, which can be easily triggered. But becoming aware that, oh, I've been triggered. Interesting. So now we're slowing down time. Instead of reacting, we're responding, right? Okay, so Page of Wands in reverse is the center of the reading here. So some of you, there's no new start, okay, and you're being patient. You might be holding back, but you're being very patient with something, okay? The challenge was there was some kind of imbalance there. Queen of Swords in reverse. It's a challenge to cut out something that left you feeling unstable, Cancer. Sorry, I need to have a drink. I've been reading all morning, guys. Sorry. It's a challenge to cut something out. You love hard, Cancer. And it's a challenge to really cut these things out of your life. And it might be, a bit of a struggle for you to hold back from wanting a new start or having a new start. Yeah, look, the reason why it's all happening, instability. We got the Four of Wands, remember, in reverse, which is a lack of stability, especially around the home. And then we've got letting go. And this is the reason why this reading is happening. So I think for some of you guys, you're realizing I'm hanging on or hanging out for a Two of Cups, Enough is enough. Look, so in the recent past, we have the Queen of Wands in reverse here. And then we have the King of Wands. It was a divine counterpart. You might have seen it as a soulmate, a divine union. But the Queen of Wands was in reverse. I'm wondering whether, for my female viewers here, this King of Wands, someone with heavy fire in their chart, possibly, they might have had some mother issues. I'm just saying, okay, just for some of you. They might have had some mother issues where do you remember what I was saying? It's about, I want you in my life, Cancer, but on my terms. It's not working together or a partnership. And it's something to do with totally not in touch with their feminine side, but yeah, something to do with, mother issues, okay? Just for some of you, it's not a personal reading, remember, just for a select few of you. Look at this, your focus, Cancer. Two of Cups, Ace of Cups. The most loving thing I can do for myself is to hang on and hang out and prepare for a Two of Cups kind of thing. Look at these cards. It's beautiful. It's full of emotion, all right? It's balanced. The cups are at the same height, guys, in these cards. This is your focus. This is what you want. In fact, I'd go as far as saying, Cancer, this is what you need in your lives right now. You know, none of this, you know. Cancers are nurturing people. And for my female viewers, the last thing you want to do is be a mother to a partner. You know, you don't want to. It's like role reversal. It would be like role reversal for you, where you are now parenting a child in a love relationship, Cancer. And that's just going to detract from your inner feminine because it will get tired of that. And your masculine side, for my female viewers, will have to take over. So you'd be almost like the masculine energy to a man child or a woman child, okay? So I think you're realizing this, Cancer. Yeah, look, what you don't see coming towards you, those of you that are still kind of holding back or holding out for something where there's no new start, it looks like, we've got the Three of Pentacles in reverse, Page of Wands in reverse again, no new start, okay, what you don't see coming. So those of you that are in two minds that, this is what I want, just be careful that you're not projecting onto someone that cannot fulfill that, okay? Your energetic field is, you don't want any conflicts, all right? I don't think this is conflict avoidant, Cancer. I think you just don't want any conflicts and you don't want anything toxic in your life. It's like enough is enough. Outside influences, you're not so sure that this is the one anymore. The Empress in reverse. Look, twice the Empress in reverse. So what's actually influencing this reading, guys? There might be part of you, Cancer, that have given up hope. Even though it's a focus of yours, you want it, you got to believe it's going to happen for you. Manifestation, okay, but turn the Empress upright. I am worthy, okay? So some of you, worthiness might be a big thing throughout the month of June. I am worthy. And this is how we manifest. You're fearing that, no new start. Some of you might be fearing spiritual connections. Do they even exist? Does this even exist? And you might and ah. Is it out there? Is it out there for me? Empress in reverse. Don't do that, Cancer, because you're blocking that energy. The outcome, all right, is a lack of reciprocity. So those of you that are finding it hard to let go, I think you actually will, through the need to love yourself, to open yourself up to Empress-worthy things in your life, in love, life, work. And then from lack of reciprocity, you find hope. The Three of Wands, which is all about moving on, moving forward in optimism. There's something else out there for me. It's a bit like when you hear a love song and it touches your soul. It's the most beautiful song that you could ever think about when you think about love. And it's not for a particular person. It could be for someone that you haven't met yet, Cancer. Pay attention to those kind of things. It's like a longing. What did Rumi say? That which you seek, seeks you. And so the outcome for you is optimism. I'm turning the Empress upright. The most loving thing I can do for myself is to hold out for this, something mutually respectful, a soul union, okay, which is kind of like divine. All right. It sounds fairy tale and Hollywood, but it does exist, guys. It's just when we give up, like, don't hope for it to happen. I think I've spoke to you on this channel about hope before. It's such a piss poor word, Cancer. I have faith because I am the Empress. I am self-regulatory. I have got this shit. I can do things myself. I look good. I have solid boundaries. I'm loving in equal measure. boundaries, nurturance, pulling back, all these kind of things. I've got this shit. This is what I can do. Um, and I've no time to be a caretaker, certainly to a grown adult. I want a partner. I think this is what's the main part of this reading for you, Cancer. Don't lose faith. Forget hope. Um, Yeah, look, this card just flipped, and I think it was just I don't know how it happened anyway, but this just flipped, and I'm looking at your outcome for the month. It really is about, yeah, you know what? I'm not giving to unequal situations here. Okay, it's just turned my Empress upside down. No time for men children, women children. Life is hard enough as it is, and those of you that already have children, you don't need another one, right? You're not waiting around, Cancer. You're keeping it moving. And I think you're keeping it moving spiritually. If it is about love throughout this month, a message for love for you guys, something to consider, Cancer. I like this for you, though. It seems like you're really, yeah, look, those of you that have been hanging on for something, and it seems like someone from this reading, and I've been reading tarot for a long time, guys, it's possibly for my female viewers a man that has mother issues. Okay, so this could be the one in reverse. Okay, and outside influences, the Empress in reverse. In love, if it's a love reading, the Empress, it can talk about the one. Okay, and they're both in reverse. The Empress has come out twice, and so it's a powerful message right there, because your focus is this, and you're realizing, I think, a lot of you Cancers, this isn't the one, and you're going to start to energetically not wait around and be hyper optimistic about what else is out there. Some of you realize that you're called to travel. Just for some of you, okay, you might decide to really go on some kind of calling. So it's like, when we hear Arabic music, and it's not part of our record collection or our music collection, there's a calling, and sometimes it's a calling to go and visit those countries, or Indian flute music, or these kind of things. Go for a trip to India, maybe it's a past life calling, all these kind of things. But some of you travel when it comes to you finding love, finding this kind of soulmate bond. It could involve overseas, but I'm not talking about, what's these club 18 to 30s where you're going on a big piss up, drinking cocktails all night, these kind of things. It would be something in line with your passions, Cancer. So let's say some of you want to go to Bali, Indonesia, where I am right now. You might decide to do a silent retreat or some kind of spiritual workshop, meditation or yoga or something. And this is how you meet like-minded people, because you're following your passion, not going to meet people. But it seems to me that overseas might be key for some of you, letting go, healing, and possibly finding something that's really, really beautiful. Now, we've got attraction. You attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. It came out in reverse. And I think some of you might be holding out for someone that doesn't put in the effort. Page of Wands in reverse, Three of Pentacles in reverse, not really working with you, Cancer, not showing that effort. They might be unstable where they live, these kind of things. What was that card again? Sorry. Attraction. You attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. Came out in reverse. So this might be taken away from your now. Some of these situations for you, Cancer, where you might not even notice suitors or people that are more in line with your morals and values, and being in the now. When I think about this card here as an outcome for you guys, there is something abroad for a lot of you. Some distant land might be calling you. And, don't put it off. If it's something on your bucket list that you've been meaning to do, but life just gets in the way, it's never the right time. But, commit to it, Cancer. Go for it, broaden your horizons. I think this is what it's saying, and it's only June, right? We still got the whole of summer. Um, let's have a look. I want to have a look at this King and Queen of Wands, all right, in the recent past, all right? I just want to clear that up. What was that all about? And do you remember I was saying for my female viewers, it could be someone with mother issues, all right? I have no idea as to why you were interested in me in the recent past. Just wondering, for some of you, you might be dealing with somebody here. Um, this could have been, for my female viewers, this could have been a male that was actually played by a Queen of Wands in reverse, and their confidence is gone, and they have no idea as to why you were interested in them. These kind of things, all right? And so how that would play out, this person's confidence, they might need nurturance. They might be a bit of a fixer-upper in the recent past, but they're just not showing up, Cancer, just for some of you. And it just seems that, Cancer, you would have to nurture, you would have to mother someone. It's coming out like male or female, okay? You'd have to mother someone, role reversal. And it would just take away from your abundance. And it's time to let go of that and follow the sun. Look at this Three of Wands. Keeps calling out to me, guys. There's something out there on the horizon for you guys, something beautiful. And this is your focus. You're going to manifest it, okay? But turn the Empress upright by leaving behind tippy-toe Timmies, men, children, women, children. They have to do that growth themselves, because you will resent overgiving, Cancer, because you will turn that inwardly and start to resent all of the care and attention that has been taken away from your Empress energy by maybe someone that needs to do the work themselves. We can't do it for them, Cancer. If you're a song, Cancer, throughout the last couple of weeks of June, all right? So this is all about, the lyrics might mean something, the band might mean something, the melody might evoke certain feelings within you. Don't you forget about me, simple minds. What does this mean for you, Cancer? Some of you are longing for someone to come back because you feel that they're a soulmate and you want to offer them love. But, is this someone that's shown up for you, Cancer? And if people mess you around and then you take them back, you just give them permission to do it all over again, when there's something else much better out there for you, Cancer. Okay, for a lot of you, all right? It's not a personal reading. Remember, guys, it is for the mass public. Personal readings are so targeted on people, places, and things. Your focus. Sorry, I just want to look at that. It's a beautiful focus, right? Worthiness might be very key for you, though, Cancer. Okay? You teach me to love again. This is your focus. You want to love again, Cancer. But not only do you want to love again, you want this kind of love, this soulful love. It's not lust-driven, this kind of love, It's, you're not having sex with these kind of energies. You're making love. And that can be making love with the mind, the heart, the soul, the spirit, physically, And I think that's your focus, Cancer, and you deserve that. So turn the Empress upright, okay? Worthiness. I am worthy, A little mantra or something to consider throughout the last couple of weeks of June. I hope this reading is helping some of you guys, and, it's giving you that push forward to leave situations behind where you're over-nurturing, parenting men and women, children, Purpose. I know what I am here to do. Some of you, really think about this travel. It might be part of your life's purpose, to do these kind of things. Whatever you feel called to, that's what this reading is saying. Do it. Have faith, Cancer, not hope. It's piss poor. Remember, I have faith. The Empress has faith, Humor. I choose to focus on the lighter side of life. Came out in reverse. Watch out for people throughout the last couple of weeks, Cancer. You know, many a true word spoke in jest. Don't let anyone kind of override how they've shown up for you or treated you with humor. It might be a little bit of a red flag, you know, where people try to push things under the carpet without addressing the elephant in the room. That might be something here, okay? Because it's a form of manipulation, you know? So just watch out for people that are trying to, yeah, trying to manipulate you by getting off a little bit scot-free. Yeah, just watch out for that. That came as a warning. I just want, look, you know, I can't make this shit up on Modern Tarot. So this card really calls to me, guys, the Three of Wands. This is something out of your comfort zone, distant lands, you know, something you've never thought of doing, and it's calling, a calling. So trust your calling. And then we've got retreat. It's time to disconnect from the world. So a lot of you, you're going to be leaving non-reciprocal situations here. You're not waiting around. A lot of you are going to really broaden your horizons and do it through faith, Cancer. And that's how you turn the Empress upright, you know? And maybe, just maybe, your focus becomes a reality, Cancer, all right? In the process of that, something just to consider, all right? In the process, what might be important for Cancer? Realizing this, you know, realizing that purpose in love, life, work, you know, what might be really important for you? What kind of a message do we have for you, Cancer? Physical health, okay? Vitality, strength, body image, balance, okay? In line with the Empress energy here, okay? Vitality, strength, body image, balance. You know, physical health can take many forms, guys. You know, overthinking, these kind of things will take a toll on the body. And so the body never lies. So if you have a calling, listen to the body. It never lies. You know, when we're meeting toxic people, our solar plexus might start a second heartbeat, warning us something's off, your internal radar. And if we ignore it, you know, we're basically pissing on our dreams by going along or waiting around for, as I say, you know, people that have got a lot of work to do. You know, don't fall in love with the potential. This reading is saying, Cancer, fall in love with what is. And if what isn't good enough or in line with your vision, keep it moving and have faith, okay? But for some of you, travel doesn't have to be international, guys. It could just be, you know, going to a different state, you know, a staycation, these kind of things. But there might be something there for you, which might be a bit of an eye-opener and a bit of a realization for you, you know? And, you know, time away sometimes, you know, when we distance ourselves from problems, people, places and things, we turn off our phone and we get back to nature. You know, it's a great way of opening up new neural pathways and these kind of things, new creative ideas of, you know, how to live our best lives in the most peaceful way possible, right? So, Cancer, I want to leave you with one of these. All right, this is a positive message, all right, to take throughout this month, like a little mantra for you. Let's have a look. Cancer. Cancer, positive message for you. Count your rainbows, not your thunderstorms, Cancer. This card urges you to focus on the positive. What you think about, you bring about. So, I am worthy. Remember, now we're bringing worthy situations into our life. If I'm unworthy, predators smell that and then they piss you around, mess you around, ghost you, put you into all sorts of messy situations, Cancer. You know, so what you think about, you bring about, okay? It's going to be very important, but follow your dreams, Cancer. Follow the sun. There's a song for you. Xavier Rudd. Maybe give that a listen to. Cancer, look, I hope you enjoyed that. My name's Drew. This is Modern Tarot. If you like the content, please like, share, or subscribe. It means I can continue to do this for free for you. If you want to reach out for a personal reading, you can do so at moderntarot.net directly or visit the YouTube Modern Tarot store, and I'll do my best to, you know, give you some clarity in your situations. In the meantime, Cancer, have an amazing last 2 weeks of June, and I'll see you in another reading. Take care now. Bye.